Hello, my dear students. Welcome once again to the virtual class of grammar subject. Today, we will continue with the lesson types of verbs, that is chapter 7, under the subtopic transitive and intransitive verb. Now, students, I don't want you to get confused with the topic here, okay? Because this chapter 7, types of verbs, this chapter is a very vast chapter and there are many topics in it, okay? So in order to make it easy for you to understand, I have divided the whole lesson into subtopics. Alright, so today, as mentioned, we are going to learn transitive and intransitive verb. But before we look into the main topic, let us quickly revise what we have learned about a sentence. Remember, in the previous chapter, we have learned about what is a sentence, what is a subject, what is a predicate. Remember? So that is what we are going to revise here a little bit, okay? So let us start. All sentences have a subject and a verb. Now here, by verb, I mean predicate. Remember, a subject and a predicate. So all sentences, it has a subject, it have a subject and a verb, okay? Without this, we cannot call it a sentence. So what we call a sentence, subject in a sentence? The person who is performing the action is called the subject, right? The person who is performing the action. Now, in the very same sentence, again, there is a thing called object, okay? Now, what is an object? Now, the object is a person or thing. Even the object is a person or thing, which means a noun, okay? In a sentence itself, we have the subject and an object. So even the subject is a noun and even the object has to be a noun. But what is an object exactly? It is a person or thing that receives the action of the subject. Now here, object is a person or thing which receives the action done by the subject. Is it clear? The person or thing receiving the action performed by the subject is called the object. Now, an object, it is also a part of a sentence, okay? It is also a part of the predicate. We will find the object inside the predicate and it receives the action done by the subject. So, likewise, the object answers the question what and whom. To identify the object, you just have to ask a question what or whom. Let us see the next slide. So, in this example, I want you to identify a subject, a verb, and an object. So here, we have the sentence, Rubina is eating pizza. Now here, the person who is performing the action is Rubina. So Rubina becomes the subject. Now, what is the action performed by Rubina? What is she doing? She is eating. So eating becomes your verb. That is, eating is an action. So eating is the verb. Now here, the last one. What she is eating. I told you, no, I remember we just have to ask what or whom. So here, what she is eating? She is eating a pizza. Or we can say, who is receiving the action done by Rubina? Rubina is eating, right? And the action eating is received by who? By the pizza. Are you getting me? So here, pizza becomes your object. So like I said, in order to be an object, it has to be it answers the question what or whom, okay, as you can see in the picture. Now, now that you are clear with what is subject, verb, object, let us look into the main topic for today, which is the transitive and intransitive verbs. So what is a transitive verb? Action that has a direct object to receive the action. So what is transitive verb? It is an action, okay, that means the verb which has an object to receive the action. Now let us look in the example. Sorry, at the example given below. The man loved his children. Now in this example, we know here that we know that love is the action going on. Yes or no? So which is the verb. And this love, this action is performed by whom? By the man. The man is doing the action, right? So the man becomes the subject and love becomes the verb. And who is receiving the action? The action love. The action is directly received. There is nobody else but only the children. So the action is directly received by the children, which becomes the direct object. Remember, the object means the person or thing which received the action. So it is a transitive verb. Let us look into more examples to have a clear picture of this transitive verb. In the first example, we have the sentence, the doctor cured him. Here also, we have the action cured, and after the action, before the action, we can see that the doctor is performing the action, and the action is performed on him. So him is a pronoun. Yes or no? So the action is being received by him. So here, this is also a transitive verb. Second example, she crossed the street. Now here also again, she is performing the action, which is a subject. Crossed is the verb, and who crossed? She crossed, and the action is landing on the street. So the street is the receiver of the action. Even the third example, Rohan kicked the ball. Now what did Rohan do? He kicked the ball. Now here, kicked is the verb, and the receiver of the action kick is it Rohan or the ball? Who is receiving the action? The ball. So here, even this example, even this sentence is a transitive verbs. So my dear students, now that you are clear with your transitive verbs, let us try to understand what is intransitive verb.